I'm not going to get admonished again.
But you got some great stuff that you shot. You shot it now, 3 weeks ago?
It's been some time ago.
We've been dying to show this. Yeah. It's a 21-minute clip that we're going to roll here, folks. And why don't you tell the folks what you did? What'd you do?
I may not remember.
It was 3 weeks ago.
Actually, what I did was
dinosaurs roamed the earth. Fucking before the invention of the internal combustion engine 3 weeks ago. That was a teenager. What?
Right. Very own Jurassic Park.
Yeah, by very own Jurassic Park.
What I did, you're gonna like this. I hope anyway. I finished up finally the brake systems, both of them on the Softail,
killer,
on my project bike, and I finished it up by doing the rebuild on the Softail rear brake master cylinder system. Now I call it a system, folks, because it has a remote fluid reservoir that supplies what's called a slave cylinder. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's an easy build because when you get a rebuild kit for this, you don't get a kit for the cylinder. You get a new cylinder.
Oh,
and
excellent.
It slides into the housing, which can be something of a pain in the ass to get out. We actually had to go to the Arbor Press to get it out.
You're kidding me.
No, but there's a lot of miles in there, a lot of gunk, a lot of crap.
Yeah, that'll
but you want to be careful now, and I think I emphasize in the piece that you want to be careful because you don't want to damage that barrel.
Right.
They're not particularly expensive, but it's a pain in the ass. It shuts you down until you get that.
Right. Now you got that. So that there's a piece that fits in there. Now that's got O-rings around it.
Absolutely.
Right? Now what I would do is I'd put Marvel Mystery Oil on there.
You would?
No. Just kidding.
All right. Well, at any rate, we got it done. The brake systems are now both potentially operational. The front is 100%. The rear is not yet. And at the end of the piece, you're going to find out why it's not operational yet. And I think you'll understand. So if we can, on Equipment Shed, let's roll the tape, guys.
Rock and roll, guys.
Are you new to the world of choppers and don't know where to start? Bike need fixing and your brain need a tune-up? Well, Trash will give you a first-class education at Choppers 101. He will show you how to get the job done right in this week's edition of Equipment Shed.
Where are you going?
Equipment Shed.
It's on. Hey, Trash Man, we're back with you again. We've moved over to the bench. We're going to do the master cylinder, which is actually what's called a slave cylinder on the Softail models. We're going to do a quick rebuild on it. And then take you over, show you how it mounts on the frame, and explain a couple other things to you. So very simply, it come off of the frame. I took it off of the frame in the interest of time. I took it off the frame, brought it over here to the bench. All right. Here's the rebuild kit right here. That's all there is to it. That's all the devil there is to that damn thing. All right. And here's the actuating lever. This is a clevis, and the bottom of the pedal fits right in here. Pushes on the piston inside, and there's your braking right there. So this has to come out, all right? So it just turns out of there. It doesn't really have to come out. The thing is just a little bit easier to handle and work with if you do take it out. So I take that out just to get it out of the way, all right? And then you'll see there's a snap ring there that goes around to hold this whole operation together. And I pull that in to take pressure off of it. Okay, this whole thing is spring-loaded here, so be careful, because it will come flying out of there, and it'll kick your ass if you're looking down at it like a dumbass, you know what I'm saying? Like I did the master cylinder for the front brakes. Gee, how's that come apart? Dang, got it right in the eye with a damn dot 5 and everything else, piston. All right, pull that spring and boot off of there, all right? And this little guy, that doesn't matter for nothing right now, okay? You got another snap ring here you can see. Okay, that holds this whole thing inside this body, all right? This is going to have to come out too, because that goes into the new one. So anyway, let's see, is that a spready? Okay, what we'll do is we'll take this one off first. Maybe I need to get a little bit smaller set of snap ring pliers here, because I'm not going to dig at that with a screwdriver like a caveman. That's the way we used to do when we were kids. Now just get a screwdriver and have at it. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a smaller pair of snap ring pliers. That's easily done. We'll just reach right over here. Okay, I think here's the tool I need right there, the very one. All right, so we'll pull this snap ring off of here. just like that, neat as you please. All right, and this whole thing will come apart. Now, first, let's see here. All right, let's change this over. Oops. Know your tools, folks. There. All right, let's take this out of here. Come on. Well, I love snap rings. You know, they're my favorite thing in the whole world, is to try to deal with a snap ring. You know, especially one that doesn't want to come out. You just gotta love it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get this out of here. We'll wrestle with it a little bit. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's use the smaller set. Maybe that's the ticket. All right, it wouldn't surprise me. So we'll change these snap ring pliers over to squeezers instead of spreaders. Now wait a minute. Why does that remind me of my ex-old lady? Wait, no, we're not going to get into that. Not tonight. All right, we'll get this in here. Squeeze this baby together and see if we can get it out of there. I'm not having much luck. We're going to try this once more. And then we're going to go to the blowtorch. All right, one more time. We'll see if we can get this out of here. Cut. All right, you can see with a little bit of holding your mouth just right and giving it just the right tone of son of a bitch, we got one piece of, or one edge of the snap ring out of there. Thank God we get a new snap ring with this thing. All right, but we're just going to pull that baby out of there like that. All right, and then this slides right out. So there you have that. Now the tough part is done. All right, this son of a gun just slides out of this tube quite easily. Honestly, it does. Past the O-rings and everything else, and you should be done. All right, I'm not forgetting anything. I got all the snap rings loose. Yeah, the whole damn thing just fell apart. Cut. Okay, this is the new guts of the Master.
Right.
Okay, like I said, this just slides apart. You can see how easy that comes apart. And that, my friend, is a dirty line. We actually had to take this over to the arbor press and just tap it a little bit with the arbor press. Some of the grease had gotten sticky inside, and it just kind of was hung up a little bit. So we had to just press it a little bit, and it popped it right out. But one thing I want to point out to you is if you look, I'll show you on the new one. If you look, there's a little boss right here that's machined into the cylinder itself, and that mates up with, on the front of this barrel, that mates up with this keyway right here, and that's what makes sure you're in the right position and that this isn't going to twist and spin and go roundy round over the thing and cause you problems with that. So with that, we're ready to put this in the barrel. I like to put a little bit of high quality grease. Lubriplate is good stuff on the O-rings. It facilitates for an easier insertion. Don't you know that when you lube things up with a high quality grease, you can get things inserted a lot easier, which is one of my favorite things in life. So you have to have that. It also creates a better seal. All right, it helps the O-rings to seal. It preserves them a little bit. You know, sort of protects them a little bit. If moisture would happen to get in there, I can't quite see how it could, but if it did, you know, a little bit of grease isn't going to hurt a thing on these O-rings. So